Hi, we're ready to go. Interesting timing on that song ending, that was not on purpose. Hello, welcome on in. It's hot here, so I'm starting a little bit early, I was hoping to start an hour early, not half an hour early, but it's fine. So yeah, we're gonna hop right in because, I don't know how long I'm going today. I might keep this a little bit shorter. For my health. It'd help if I plugged in the Wii U, huh? I'm gonna go back to intermission for a sec. One moment. Okay, now we should be good to go. I knew I was forgetting to do something. But yeah, I'm kind of in a rush, so, not in a rush per se, but like, I was not as organized as I should have been. Yeah, now we're good to go. And we are ready to go with more Wind Waker HD. So, we're almost to full health, actually. There's only one more heart container's worth of heart pieces left. And a bunch of optional stuff, too. So, speaking of optional stuff, we're gonna tackle some of that today before we jump into story. Which we might do a little bit of story, like, right away, to be blunt, just because we're literally, like, right by where we need to be anyway. But we're gonna kind of circle around Outset/Headstone for a bit, to start off here. Now, there's a couple things I did not pick up. So I'm just double checking out, real quick, on the touchscreen. Which chart is that? Is that Outset? Yeah, that's Outset. Well, that's awkward. Yeah, I actually missed one over by Horseshoe. So, ow, it's fine. I have so much health that we can tank it. When we went back for something else, I meant to pick this up, but forgot. So, we'll get it now, so I don't forget again, basically. Alrighty, good start. Now, I'm not sure where everything is. I almost feel like I'm missing a couple of charts, actually, if I'm being honest. But I guess we'll see. We also need a lot of rupees coming up, so that's actually a good thing to have. Next stop is northeast of here. And you can actually see it already. There's a couple of things I don't know about, like the boating course chart. I don't know where that is. Basically every quadrant has a chart, so it's just a matter of figuring out where to go. But yeah, we're gonna go in a little bit of a weird order today, because I do want to get the side stuff out of the way, but also do want to make story progress, so while we're near... Well, I guess actually you can warp straight to Outset, so it doesn't really matter. What's north of here? Islet of Steel. I don't think I have the chart for that one. I can't even tell you what that would be. Also, by the way, off stream, I did do a bunch of the... I did a bunch of figurine collecting. I got basically everything possible up to this point. Minus a couple that are obtained in a little bit of a weird way. I might actually go over those too today. But overall, we should be able to actually complete it on stream with what I've done off stream. That'll have to be post game though, because a couple things are obtained late. I think, at least. Yeah, starting off with the eye reefs, this shouldn't take that long. Again, let's see, this shouldn't actually be that bad in theory, just time consuming. But yeah, I hope everyone's doing okay today. Again, it's very hot where I am, to the point that I almost took today off, and I almost wish I had. But again, I've missed so many streams this year that I figured, you know what, I should actually just hunker down and actually, you know, get this done. Okay, the hardest part about the eye reefs is getting over to the chests. I think there are a couple different routes, this one being the 5-eye reef. There's like, you know, equidistant points essentially, but the question is how do we actually get to the best vantage point to reach it? Either that one over there or this one are my current theories. Also, I'm gonna unequip the bait so I don't accidentally use it. Also, we need to get the last quiver, quiver upgrade. I was like, wait, is that what it's called? My brain wants to say quaver. It's like, wait a minute, that's not the right word. I'm too unbeatable pilled at the moment. Yeah, that's enough. Cool. Yeah, this might be a short stream because of how hot it is, but I'm gonna try to go the full 3 hours and just not cook too badly. Hell if I know where this one goes. This is 5-eye, so this one I think goes to the 4-eye reef, ironically. So it's a good thing we did this slightly out of order, actually. Alrighty, the next reef is actually past where I want to go. So again, logically speaking, it might be better to... Wait, actually, what's above? I live Steel, Stone Watcher. I mean, I do need to check out one of the Triangle Islands for a different treasure. But yeah, we'll go to... Since it's on the way, I think we'll go to 2-eye Reef. Ow. We also need to go to Shark Island at some point, because I think now we can do everything there. 4-eye Reef is up by a Forsaken Fortress, which is not exactly convenient to get to. Oh, this is Shark Island. Oh, well in that case we're gonna just skip by that, I guess. For now, and do this instead, while we're here. So, I wanna say this section is on a bit of a timer. Again, it's a little bit awkward conveying everything. You're not expecting me to already be live. Hi Serena. Surprise! I went live half an hour early because it's hot and I want to hopefully beat the worst heat later. I may be completely off base, but we'll see. I genuinely did want to start a little bit early today. I just did not let anyone know, which I definitely should have. So, oopsie, my bad. But hi, hope you're doing well. Voila. Okay, I assume that gets us up there if we want to go up there, but I don't... That's just rupees, it's not really worth it. But yeah, I should have actually announced, like, I'm planning to go live early because of this heat wave. I am very smart sometimes with my ability to plan things. But yeah, in general, I would like to start closer to 3 to 4 rather than 4 to 5. Just to be able to have the option to go 4 hours if I miraculously have the energy for it, which doesn't happen very often. But there have been times where I've gone 4 hours in the past and I immediately felt like death after. So I typically don't like doing 4-hour streams unless... but it would give leeway in case I needed to go long for some reason, and that would be the one benefit. Because sometimes we don't reach a good stopping point in 3 hours. Just have to stop awkwardly in the middle of like a major story thing. So that is a benefit of... Oh, hi. Oh, shoot. Are you special? I don't know if you're special or not. So I'm gonna take a photo of you just in case. Oh, I didn't mean to pick up a stick. That works. Bit clumsy, but it worked. Again, don't know if this counts as a separate enemy or not, because it's gold. Yeah, you can actually see the difference. There is a different Darknet in an upcoming temple that is classified as a different enemy. It's classified as a mini-boss, essentially. Wow, this feels loud at the moment as all this fighting is happening. I don't know how the audio balancing is at the moment. Please let me know if I need to turn that down, because I'm leaving it at the same setting, but it feels like it's coming in way louder today. Which happens sometimes. Could also be the cave is amplifying sound in a way. Oh my god, this is a lot. Cool. Early Fox stream. Yeah, hi TV, welcome on in. Hope you're doing well. Again, I would like to start closer to like 3 to 4 anyway, but my ability to get out of bed is not necessarily the best from day to day. Besides, given that the first part of the stream is just side stuff anyway. And again, like, I'm not like going out for walks in early afternoon because of how hot it is, so that's another reason I can start slightly early in summer. The only question is, can I actually keep that up in winter? Well, I guess winter isn't the problem, but like fall and spring, when I actually do take walks regularly, do I actually have it in me to wake up early enough to actually be on time for that? Jesus, that was a lot. Are we done? No? Okay. I'm wondering if there's something I'm missing, because, like, God. He's getting a new cat? Aw. I didn't know you got a new cat. I'm happy for you. I like cats. Oh shit. Oh shoot, you're also special looking. Again, just to be on the safe side, I don't think those are classified as different enemies, but you never know. This has definitely gotta be the end, with how much garbage is being thrown my way. I am having a time here, actually. That was not the kind of counter I was hoping for, Linkle. There we go, that's better. And this is like pure chaos at the moment. Cool. Well, that's a little bit of breathing room. This might be the hardest thing I do tonight, actually, at the rate things are going. Aw, thank you. Hi, Peter. Welcome on in. Hope you're doing well. Hope everyone's doing well. Yeah. God. Finding multiple Darknets kinda sucks. Because they don't give you enough room to actually counter-prompt things. Because, like, if you have to roll behind, then, oh shoot, you can't do that if there's 2 other guys. So unless you get the vertical counter, you're kinda out of luck. Again, this genuinely might be the hard. What happened there? Did the spin attack actually hit his back? I didn't know that could happen. Because normally it clinks off the armor. Oh, well, I guess it's good we don't need Knight's Crests at this point, because I definitely missed that one. Well, that sucked. That was rough. I was not expecting that to be as much of a gauntlet as it was. Oh my god. But we did it. Cool. We lived, somehow. Yeah, hi! Hope everyone's doing okay. Again, should have given more advance notice though, starting early today, but oopsie. Oh, that's just rupees? Oh, well... That's... actually very anticlimactic. I thought that was a piece of heart or something. Like, wait, what? I could've sworn that was something more important than that. Hold up. Because if I had known that was just for a silver rupee, I wouldn't have done it, to be honest. I guess that's it. Well, okay, yeah, no, that was kind of a waste of time then. I think we already got the thing on Shark Island. I guess we're going around, unless we go to Headstone now. We could. There's nothing stopping us. I'm just quickly checking this to make sure I'm not missing too much. Shark Island. Yeah, no, it's just 200 rupees. Wow. Wow, that's really anticlimactic, actually. Damn. Again, I wouldn't have done that at all if I'd known. I'm gonna just skip right on by, but I thought that was a treasure chart or something important, either way. Hi. We're on Headstone Island, which is actually our next story objective. I think we actually have the choice of which we want to do first, but I always do this one first. Because he's really bad at memorization, you'll get to see it firsthand now. We have our first 6/4 song. There appear to be markings that indicate specific directions. You learned the Earth God's lyric. O great hero chosen by the Master Sword. My name is Laruto. I am a Zora sage. For an age, I offered my prayers here in the Earth Temple, praying that the power to repel evil would ever remain within the Master Sword. And yet, unfortunately, due to Ganondorf's evil designs, the Master Sword you hold has lost this power. After his defeat at the hands of the Hero of Time, Ganondorf was sealed away, but not for all time. He was revived, and he returned to Hyrule in a red wrath. He attacked this temple and stole my soul, knowing that he had to remove the power contained in that enchanted blade. In order to return the power to repel evil to your sword, you must find another to take my stead in this temple and ask the gods for their assistance. You must find the one who carries on my bloodline, the one who holds the sacred instrument. Nothing can stop the flow of time or the passing of generations, but the fate carried within my bloodline endures the ravages of all the years. It survives. The song you just conducted is one that will open the eyes of the new sage and awaken within the sage the melody that will carry our prayers to the gods. The door that blocks your way will only open when the sage plays that song. May the winds of fortune blow with you. So, the million-dollar question is, where did we see that instrument before? But that's gonna be a little bit later for us, unfortunately. So we want to go... Where exactly? We did 5-Eye Reef. So I guess we're kind of like doing a outer to inner, because we did 6 and 1, now we're doing 5 and 2, so I guess we're doing 3 and 4 last. Which actually raises the question, where the hell is the 3-Eye Reef? Oh, and those are both kind of near Great Fish, so yeah, it's actually good to group those up last. So 2-Eye Reef, this one shouldn't be that awful. He's hoping at least. We're almost done actually. There's 46 charts, technically 49, I think, counting Triforce pieces. So yeah, we are very oops. We are very close to the end. I'm guessing like 3 streams, if I'm being optimistic. Maybe 4. But yeah, my current gut feeling is 3 streams left. I don't actually, once again, don't remember if the gunboats are required, but I take them out anyway just because they're annoying. They're in the way. Oof. You know, it also occurred to me, maybe for the next playthrough we do, I can try out a summer outfit, because I've been kind of sitting on the summer outfit for a while. Some people have already seen it. But part of me wonders if I should use it now that we're basically in summer. I hear a glowy sound, and I can't tell if it's from the pirate gunboats or from all the other treasure. Or like actual, like, you know, the treasure chart. But I feel like we'd see the treasure chart from here. Now, Two-Eye Reef is weird. I don't remember what we're supposed to do here. It looks like we can go straight to it, though. I must just rolled off the edge like a dumbass. Is that west or southwest? It's so hard to tell sometimes. It's like in the middle. Okay, first of all, do not equip the skull hammer for this venture. Alrighty, piece of cake. Overall, I do feel like this game is just a nice chill time. Again, a lot of people think this is padding. I kind of can't, you know, blame anyone for feeling that way. But I do actually like the game enough and just like open worlds enough that I really don't mind that much. That I can't tell. That's one of the Triangle Islands. I should actually be paying attention. Because, like, where the hell's our boat? There it is. There he is, because he's, you know, a thing. That's 4-Eye, for sure. Did we get a treasure at 2-Eye? I don't think we did, actually. I think that's later. So that's 5-Eye and 2-Eye done. So, next up would be... I guess 3-Eye. Which, we should warp to. Alrighty. I've also gone very out of order from this guide, so I hope I don't screw something up. Now, the one downside of the 4-Eye Reef is there's no good way to get over there. Like, Mother and Child Isle is the closest, but you can't warp there. It'll just lock you in. This should be... I mean, on the way is Rockspire. I think I actually have a chart for there. Yeah, Rockspire is treasure chart number 2, it looks like. So we might get that on the way over. And it's diagonally up to 4-Eye. 3-Eye is... Actually, it would make more sense to go to 3-Eye first. Shows how much I know. Yeah, genuinely hope everyone's doing okay today. I'm actually feeling okay today, which usually means I'm probably gonna have a crash soon. Because my mood is extremely up and down. But we'll see. Maybe we'll buck a trend for once. Would be nice. Aw, thank you, Serena. That's very sweet. Kiss you back. Serena's so cute. This is like, you know, water's wet. I know this is not a hot take or anything, but still, the point stands. Serena is cute. I have so many cute friends. It's like... very cool. I don't know how I got to this position, but it's nice. Alrighty, back to business though. Got a lot of cannons. I'm gonna experiment. This is probably a bad time to be experimenting. But I want to leave this gunboat standing. I want to see if it's just the cannons. I think the gunboat took out one. Because I heard it. Yep. Thank you for making my life a little bit easier, I guess. I guess it's the gunboat also. But only the ones inside the perimeter. I guess the ones outside don't count. That's weird, actually. Yeah, okay, it's just the ones inside. So, like, yeah, genuinely kind of bizarre. Unfortunately, that left side is too high, so we do have to go the long way around. If I'm not mistaken. Because, yeah, it's all the way over there. It looks like the wind is almost going in the right direction anyway, though. Nope, it is not. It is very much not. this and now going all the way across. I don't know why, but I remembered when I was doing the randomizer, I was going through all of these and I was talking about like 13 Sentinels Aegis Rim. Which is very funny, because I don't remember what I was talking about specifically, but I wonder if one of the things I was talking about was just not having played those games. Which, to some extent, is still true. But I actually kind of wonder if Muramasa came up in that. I don't think it did, but it would have been funny, given that Muramasa just got a remaster announcement. I'm very excited, because that was... I'm also very glad I didn't buy it on Wii when I saw it, like, a month or two ago. I think it was in March. I saw a copy of Muramasa for like 20 bucks or something, and I almost picked it up because there was the Wii version. And yeah, I'm very glad I didn't now, because I'd rather just play the remaster. Wow, okay, my brain is shutting down talking about this other game. This might be a little dodgy, we'll see. Like, diagonal might have been slightly smoother, but it's fine. Same difference, ultimately. 3-Eye Reef, I don't know where this one even goes. This one might go to the boating course. All of these are special charts, by the way. That should be 32. So again, just opening that up so I do not forget. Let's see, and then Cyclops was 21. I feel like I didn't get it somehow. Oh, that is wrong information. Okay. Oopsie. I'm very directionally challenged, if you couldn't tell. Oh, 2 west of there, my bad. I was definitely misreading. Oh, that's at Cyclops Reef, that's awkward. We got that one already. Weird, okay. Mildly confused at the moment, that's fine. Alright, I was going to Rockspire, I forgot. Now, the million-dollar question is, which one is Rockspire again? That is... what is that island? That's it. Alright, so we should be good to go there. Which end of Rockspire is that, actually? Is that the near end, or the... like, the one pointing down or the one pointing up? It's the one pointing down. So gotta line ourselves up here. Again, with the touchscreen, it's so nice. Again, this would not even be the same even on like a Switch port. It would be way less convenient. You got a piece of heart. Collect 4 of these to complete a new heart container. Hell yeah. That's not what I was expecting to be there somehow. I don't know how I wasn't expecting that. I'm very confused, actually. Like, what? Oh, right, we got that one last time, I think. Maybe? I'm slightly discombobulated, if you couldn't tell. This is 4-Eye Reef, so this is actually... good thing we did this completely out of order. Oh, this one is Shark Island. I should have waited, then. My bad. That's Headstone, that's Outset. Can't even find this one. Ow! That's what I get for not looking up. Treasure 41, okay. There it is. Yes, the slow swim of shame back to our boat. Oddly enough, the gunboats don't count for an enemy to photograph, but like the other sea enemies, like the Georgs, do count. It's really arbitrary sometimes. What does and doesn't count. Oh, there's a lot to do here. Okay. Looks like all the cannons are pointing inward. Like over here. Oh god, that's gonna be an auditory nightmare. There's too many, like, rings of light here. Oh, I wish you could back up, but I guess it makes sense that you can't. Did I take damage from that? I can. That's worth it. Not the most smooth play, but it worked. Cool. Well, that was not exactly how I thought that would go. Don't get out of the boat. I was trying to slow down because I realized I didn't actually get the treasure over here. I don't want to come back here because this is like a far off place to go. Most places are like within 1 or 2 tiles of a warp point. This one feels kind of remote because you have to go like diagonally up a bit. Like up 1, diagonal 2. You got the Great Fairy chart. Now you can find the Great Fairies on the Fairy and the Fairy Queen. Open the chart on the map screen to view it. Well, that could have been more helpful late. Actually, we are still missing one. It's still not that useful, because, like, there's only like 3 places we haven't been to. It's gotta be one of those. But the point still stands. It's like... these charts are kind of useless, because when do you actually have the resources? Is this tall enough? I don't think this is tall enough. I'm gonna go around. Yeah, you don't have the resources, like the amount of bombs and everything, unless you go to the Great Fairy anyway. So, like, the chances are you probably would have already found that. Thank you for the hydration check. I will definitely need it today. 'Cause, yeah, it is very warm. One funny thing off stream was when I was getting the photos, or the pictographs for the Nintendo gallery, I got hit by a rat a couple times, and getting hit by a rat makes you drop rupees. So the irony is I actually collected a bunch of rupees, and then lost a bunch of rupees trying to get a photo of a rat, and then it ended up back at the rupee count it had at the end of the previous stream. So I just kind of did a loop. It was very weird, actually. Like, how did that happen? Oh my god, this takes forever. Okay, we're fine. I'm almost leaning northeast for this one, but we're gonna try regular. No, that looks more northeast, yeah. No. Yeah, no, that's definitely more northeast. See, that feels too far. So that's why I'm so confused by this sometimes, like, what's the intended, like, wind direction? I guess both, because you have to kind of arc either way. This doesn't really matter much. And that should be our last treasure chart from this. So now to round everything up. Did we get the one in that area? We did not. That's the flight control platform. We'll get that one last for reasons, TM. So... wait. Did I get the one at Shark Island? I did, okay. So which ones have I not gotten yet? 27, or 26, that looks like North Triangle Island. Yeah, North. That's below Windfall, which is actually convenient, because I want to go to Windfall anyway. That's single, actually. Well... if it is Windfall, okay, I was just misaligning that. Yeah, there really aren't that many charts left. There's 3 regulars and... no. There's 4 regulars and 1... 5 regulars and 1... Triforce chart. We saw him going. We might get that this stream, actually. Just to save myself some headache later. While we're on Windfall, I do want to show off one thing that I didn't draw attention to last time, which is you can actually see all the merchandise. It feels like there's still an empty space there, but I think we did get everything, I hope. But also with our 1800 rupees, I want to go talk to Lenzo. Can you do this in the daytime, or does it have to be night, actually? Because I thought it had to do with phases of the moon. Oh, young Linkle, are pictographs not the most divine of creations? You know it is true, my young miss. You too must snap and snap and snap pictographs until you, like me, finally arrive at the very pinnacle of pictography. Yeah, it's at night. Okay. So based on the phases of the moon, Lenzo will have different things for you. I'm not sure if he says different things for them. So oh shoot, that's the wrong song. If he says something specific, we'll do them on stream just to show off what he says, but otherwise we'll just move on. There are actually a couple photos that I'm deliberately holding off getting because there's special dialogue for them. And this could be very time consuming if I decide to do this right now. We'll see. Guess what, young Linkle? Today is a great day in pictography. Today marks the day-long past when I, as a young lad, still struggling to reach the pinnacle of pictography, received my very first legendary pictograph. A legendary pictograph is an image of a being or essence that has passed beyond the knowledge of this world. They're quite incredible, really. These are images that one comes across only in the rarest of circumstances, but as I am the leading pictographer in the land, I've managed to gather many of them. And yet, Linkle, seeing as how you're the one who has dedicated her life to the art of pictography, as I have, I'm willing to pass on to you one of these treasured legendary pictographs. If you have any open pictograph slots, I will place the image in your deluxe picto box. Let me see it for a moment, will you? This costs money. I shall place this pictograph in there immediately. Now... But perhaps that would be hasty. This is, after all, a very precious thing. I cannot just give it away for free, can I? What do you say, young miss? Will you pay 150 rupees for it? Oh ho ho, I have received my payment, so now without delay, I just stick this here and... You got one of the legendary pictographs in your deluxe picto box. For me, every day is pictography day. Cannot wait for tomorrow to come. That seems so generic that I'm gonna do those off stream. But there are 6 of these. Wait, there are either 6 or 7. I'm being serious for the record, based on characters. There's actually one we can't get yet, now that I think about it. This is Larudo. Obviously, you can't photo her. She's dead. Yeah. And if we just keep going back, and I'm gonna do it one more time just to see if he says anything different. There should be Larudo, the other sage, Ganondorf, the King of Hyrule, the Great Fairy, the Queen of Fairies, and I feel like there's one more, but I can look it up in a moment. Oh shoot, I didn't actually go all the way, did I? But I'll double check really quickly. So this is actually more expensive than in the original, partly because of the Tingle Bottle. Because if you can just pass them on to people through the Tingle Bottle system, yeah, no, they should be rarer. The irony of, like, I can't just hand this over. It's like, yeah, there's a whole system built into this game to hand over the photos really easily. Linkle, would you care for another of my legendary pictographs? Today I've prepared a pictograph of the Great King of Hyrule. If you have any open pictograph slots, I will place the image in your deluxe picto box. Let me see for a moment. Will you? Okay, god damn it, he does say something slightly different. I actually don't know if he says something different for giving you all of them. We'll also have to make a stop at, oh shoot, we actually, again, we can't get them all. Duh. So yeah, it's the 2 sage... Shoot, that's the wrong song again. It's the 2 sages, Ganondorf, the Great Fairy, the Queen of Fairies, Jabun, yeah, that seems to be about it. So yeah, we can't get the last fairy one, or the last sage one yet, unfortunately. So yeah, I might do that off stream then, or we'll come back and do that later, because, yeah, no, we're kind of not able to get them all. I didn't think of that. But hey, we showed off a little bit of it at least. Now I need to remember what the hell I was doing before getting sidetracked. I was going to the Northern Triangle Island, that's right. Treasure chart 26. That is not the easiest thing to say, actually. But I actually might get some special ones, too. Like 2 special pictographs out of the way. Which are very funny if you actually think about it. But yeah, we should be back on track very soon. Again, I just wanted to do some of the treasure charts before moving on. It's this button, right? I always forget which D-pad direction it is for some reason. God, that's fast. That felt fast even for this version. This one should just be a regular one. Nope, octo chart. You got the octo chart. Now you know where to find the big octos. Open the chart on the map screen to view it. Yeah, about that. I think we took them all out already. I don't know if we have the one for the Southern Triangle Isle. The Southern Triangle Island, I mean. Okay, that's not Shark Island, I guess. Which island is that, then? Treasure chart 36. Actually, we'll get that one on the way back, I think. Oh, shoot, that might be a place we haven't been to yet, which... Speaking of, I think we'll go there next. Stonewatch Crew, I don't think we have the chart for that one. We don't even have the thing for outside yet. I don't even know what island that is. I don't know why I'm sailing manually. I could just... Oh, that's Bomb... No, that's not Bomb Island. Which one is that? Again, it's so fascinating trying to convey this when you can't see what I'm doing. That's Outset, for sure. That one might be Headstone. So yeah, definitely not approaching this in the most, like, sensible order, I would say. Like, we're definitely approaching this in a slightly roundabout way. And again, off stream at some point I'll double check that I'm not missing too much. I'm silly, I should have just warped, because I need to drop off photos anyway. Can you tell I'm not fully here today? Can you tell I'm not locked in? Yeah, given that every quadrant will have a treasure chart eventually, that's a very easy way to track things. But we're not actually here for the Forest Haven yet. We want to go over here. Might as well drop off the stuff we got. Thank you for the headpad, I definitely could use it today. Again, not even in a bad way, just in a, I'm very spacey. I'm spacing out real bad. Again, the heat's probably not helping. Another thing is, I'm gonna have to check the rooms manually, unfortunately, because the assistant actually kind of roams around a bit. He's melting the Fop's brain, yeah. Something like that. So yeah, the fun game of where the hell's... I think the assistant's name is Manny. Like, where the hell is he? Because he just kind of goes into one of the rooms, and it's like really annoying figuring out which room it is sometimes. One photo you can actually get is Ganondorf, which is very interesting given that there is a way to actually photograph Ganondorf organically in the game, obviously. If you want to take a photo of him, like, at the end of the game, you can do that. I don't necessarily advise it, because you'll probably get your ass kicked. I actually don't know how that works for getting it into your save. You'd probably have to go into the fight, get the photo, save, and then continue. Because it would put you before the fight, I think, if you don't save. Jesus Christ, where is he? I'm checking every damn door here. It's gonna be the last one I check, huh? Is he behind door number, like, 6? Nope, okay, literally the last door, I guess. Unless he's not here. Unless he's only here at night or some contrived thing like that. Cause yeah, I didn't see him anywhere, so it's like, that's very frustrating. It was the very last door. Nope, he's not here. What? Genuinely confused. Like, I'm genuinely so confused right now. Anyway, we'll do this for now. And he does have something special. Beautiful, breathtaking, sublime! The shiny pupil, the smooth, supple skin. Who is this, and where can I find such beauty existing in the world? Why, this is beauty incarnate. Mercy, my heart bubbles over with the undeniable compulsion to create a figurine from this work of art. Please permit me to sculpt this, it will be a jewel of a figure. He's very normal about himself, apparently. And not even the king gets that reaction out of him. Damn. Again, he's a bit vain, I guess, is the takeaway. The one figure in the back on his left kind of looks like Ocarina of Time Link, and I don't know if that's on purpose. Yeah, genuinely don't know where the assistant was. Okay. Wait, did the other one get taken? Like the red dark nut? Because I thought I had pictures of both. Oops, I didn't mean to hit A again. Don't want a tingle bottle. Wild, if that counts as a separate enemy. But the gold one didn't. Experiment time, because it's gonna drive me insane otherwise. Again, this is me getting sidetracked for an hour because I don't remember things. Is he only there at night or something? Nope, I don't see him. Anyway, the assistant I think also gets a special response, which is similar to the one for the sculptor himself. So I was gonna lump both of those together, but I literally can't find him, so I just want to get a move on. If I get an opportunity to show it, I will. Well. Ah, got a little stuck there. I don't think I have the one for Cliff Plateau Isles yet. But I do have the one for the boating course, so we'll get that one. Boating course is number 20. What's that? No, that's not the boating course. That's the flight one. That's the boating course. That should be 32 then. They are positioned the same way, so like, you can very easily at a glance tell which one is which. But we have to just park over here. I didn't even look at the gamepad that time. That was just like soul read. Sometimes they just lock in. And this is... We got the Sea Hearts chart. Now you know where charts showing pieces of heart locations are hidden. Open the chart on the map screen to view it. Again, that would be more useful if we had actual pieces of heart to get at this point. Again, Cliff Plateaus, Cliff Plateau Isles we shouldn't have yet. I'm just quickly scanning. Again, there's one island I literally can't tell what it is. Which is funny, because it's like, what even is that island? And I'm just quickly scanning, because like, what is that? It's not Bomb Island, the tail of it goes the wrong way. It's not Cliff Plateau. Again, no clue what one island is, but we'll move on. There should be something over here for us, I think. There's also a piece of... There's actually something special here, but I don't know if I want to do it right now. It's like, we're here, I might as well, right? Also, we haven't been here yet. Again, I still am hoping we'll be able to get through the dungeon tonight. I think it's doable, even with how sidetracked I'm getting. There's a lot of seagulls, which is helpful for reasons. I thought we had a chart for this place. so confused. This is what happens if you go out of order. Anyway, this is Bird's Peak Rock. Oh, we do have a chart for this. Tell me, small fry, have you heard of the Golden Triumph Forks? They're there on that island, or at least a chart leading to them is there. Where's it hidden, you ask? Well, for the answer to that, you'll have to ask a gull. You heard him. Gotta ask a gull. So yeah, we do have that one. Oh yeah, it's right over here. Okay, we'll get that while we're here. I think I overshot barely. Nope, okay. And it is a little generous. You don't have to be like perfectly lined up. You can be a little off and it'll still count. As long as you're like generally on the X on the map, it's fine. It's just rupees, but I mean, we need a lot of rupees if we want to get the legendary pictographs and some other stuff too later on. Oh, that's the climbing point. So this sucks, by the way. There's a reason I bought like 3 Hyoi pairs for this exact purpose. Because this part is annoying. You have to commandeer a seagull into a bunch of switches on each of... Why didn't that count? You have to basically hit all these switches, which is easier said than done. Apparently. Like, their hitboxes, for one thing, are dumb, as we just learned. We also have all the card rocks hounding us, too. There's also one way up here. I overshot it, goddammit. Oh my god, well, I got the hardest one to reach, so that's something at least. Oh, okay. So yeah, that's what happens if you get hit. So yeah, there's a reason I heavily stocked up on Hyoi pairs, because this part is annoying. I wanted to make sure I had, hopefully, enough chances to do this, without too much incident. Okay, we'll double back for that one, I guess. Okay, so then there's the one down there, and I think that's actually the last one. I think I got all the others. I hope I got all the others. Okay, cool. We're fine. There's also a grapple point in case you want to like grapple up there to get a better vantage point. What does this say? To reach Thornfairy Island, head north from here. Okay. I mean, we're going in that direction anyway. But again, we're here. We might as well. There's nothing else here if we got the chart for it. So, these also tend to have a lot of rupees, so if you want quick rupees, you can just dash in, break shit, and leave, and I think it respawns too. Mind you, in this case, they're green rupees, so it's not ideal, but it's still something. Was there a magic refill, like, clipped into the wall that came out of a pot? It almost looked like it. Nope. Because it was on that side. So yeah, just a texture on the wall caught me off guard for some reason. Anyway, you got a Triforce chart. You can't read it yourself, so you'll have to get it deciphered somewhere. Big change. In the original, you would not have just 3 Triforce charts. You would have, like, 8, I think. 7 or 8. Because in Wind Waker HD, a bunch of charts were actually swapped out for regular charts and just made like rupees or pieces of heart. So a lot of items were actually relocated in HD specifically. And for the most part, I actually agree with this change. A lot of the choices made, I think, were good ones. Because God, getting all of them sucks. Also, apparently in the original Japanese version, there was like a chain at one point where it's like one Triforce chart leads to another, and then you have to just go through this whole rigmarole. So that's not the case in the like NTSC version I overshot. Because I forgot which button I put the bait on. But even then, it's like... Yeah, no, that sucks. I'm glad they got rid of that, and then they cut it down even farther for HD, and I think that was a good decision. Because God, that sounds miserable. Yeah, you can actually see how many of the treasures we've gotten. Thorn Fairy has a little nub on the top to differentiate it visually. Tell me, Small Fry, do you have any of them golden feathers? I hear those things are all the rage with Rito ladies and Dragon Roost Island these days. They just go gaga over them. But the thing is, the only way to get a golden feather is to defeat one of those bird monsters, or so they say. Yep, Rito men who have girlfriends sure have tough lots in life, I tell ya. Damn. Zero chill. We're here. Stretch break, thank you. Good timing too, because we're almost at ad break. So I'll get up and stretch in a moment. But first of all, I don't want to get shot by a cannon. So I'm gonna just quickly bonk all these. No order to them, to my knowledge. And then just, we'll start in the fairy fountain next time. Or like, after the ad break. So save the game, because we actually did a decent amount of progress there. And yeah, I'm gonna take a break. And when we come back, we will make our way towards Dragon Roost to meet the sage. Hello, I have returned. Cute fop alert? Aw, it's me, a cute fop. Indeed. But yeah, let's get back to it. Also, thank you for the stretch reminder. I definitely did a few stretches during the ad break. Need to turn off the music. Where's music be? And we are ready to go again. So, yeah, let's go say hi to the last Great Fairy. Genuinely, this is the last upgrade. And again, same dialogue as always, so I'm not gonna spend too much time on it. Thank you for the head pats. I do like the Great Fairy design, it just feels very different. Now the one in Ocarina of Time and Twilight Princess are like very risque. I have no clue what they're gonna do for the remake for that now that I think about it. You can now carry more arrows, carry up to 99 with you wherever you go. But yeah, that's just a general problem, not problem, a general thought I've been having is like, what are various characters and enemies going to look like in this Ocarina of Time remake? What's Dead Hand gonna look like is kind of the million-dollar question to me. Like, I am scared. Again, the funny part is because of like how backed up I am on like videos, because how I edit things is like a let's play style versus like a highlight style, so it takes a long time to get through this backlog, which is by design, because again, I miss a lot of streams, so having a buffer is really nice. But the point is, by the time the Wind Waker goes up for me, the Ocarina of Time remake might already be out by then, which is the irony. So yeah, anything I say about it will be outdated by the time this hits YouTube, outside of the VOD channel itself. So yeah, just double checking what the charts were. Lightning chart, Overlook Island, northeast of Dragon Roost. Oh, that is a thing. I guess we could do that, huh? And also finish up the map too, that's the last quadrant we need. I'm also not warping, just give myself a chance to look over some things. Okay, we did that. Boating course was the Sea Hearts chart. And the next one we're gonna get right now. Yeah, 2 more special charts and they're in the last 2 quadrants. I could have just warped, huh? That would have been faster. God damn it. I'm efficient, clearly. And I already see the little light beam, so piece of cake. Yeah, this one's kind of scrunched up to the side. Wait, excuse me? That's not close enough, huh? I'm putting it away on purpose to be able to, like, stop my momentum faster. Because if you have it out and you coast, it will actually... You can't immediately stop moving. The same way as if you bring out the salvage arm. You got the Island Hearts chart. Now you know where to find the islands to hide pieces of heart. With this, you can see how many pieces there are. Open the chart on the map screen to view it. Again, the kind of thing that would be helpful if I, 1, didn't have guide, and 2, didn't have like 3 heart pieces left to get, period. Because I'm an overachiever. I feel like I'm missing a chart based on this guide. Or I have an extra, actually, maybe. No, that actually looks like the right number. This island we actually can't really do much at until later. Non sequitur, but how does the Twisted Metal show have 3 seasons? That's a good question. I heard it was actually decent. For what it's worth, I heard it wasn't bad. I'm gonna have to actually look, huh? I'm not gonna be able to cheese this one. Not cheese it, but just like, you know, line it up perfectly. Okay, where the hell is it actually? As I'm being shot at. That was the one that I couldn't recognize. It's because we hadn't gotten it on the map yet. Okay, yeah, it's just like a little bit up here. 3rd season's getting Mark Hamill? Huh, that's wild. It's so frustrating. Because, like, supposedly, like, they were gonna do a game. Because typically, okay, first of all, got the secret cave chart. Now you know where to find the secret caverns. Open the chart on the map screen to view it. Typically, PlayStation's been putting out something to tie into whatever, like, game they're doing. But we haven't gotten anything with Twisted Metal. That's why I keep hoping for something Gravity Rush. Just because, again, they are doing a Gravity Rush movie, supposedly. So, that would imply that they want to do something with this IP, therefore, a remaster of some kind is a possibility. Though with everyone moving back to exclusivity, I have no clue what that means for, like, if Gravity Rush ever got, like, a remaster. Like, one, how different would it even be if you're not porting it? Like, a PC port of Gravity Rush is, like, one of my biggest wishlist things. Genuinely. Over, like, Island. Hey, Small Fry, do you know about the Golden Triumph Forks? It's there, I tell you, on that island. The genuine article. But the cliff there rises sharply, and even if you wanted to climb it, there aren't any ledges or footings for you to grab onto. So, what are you going to do, Small Fry? Breath of the Wild my way up there. Totally. But it's also part of the reason why people are like, Bloodborne? Bloodborne mention? But I almost think it's more just Jacksepticeye wanting to do a passion project more so than Sony gauging interest on anything actually related to Bloodborne. If that makes sense. Did I get a chart? No, wait, we got this one already. Right, the next two are one is at Outset, so I'm just gonna wait on that one. For obvious reasons. Wait, we got the one at Headstone already. What island is that then? Like, hold up. Wait a minute. Confused. But we might as well quip on the way there, which again is one of the lovely things about this version, is being able to just kind of fiddle with menus on the fly. I hear a harp, which is a good sign. But again, after you do this next sequence, if I'm not mistaken, after this next sequence, Arita will disappear. It might be you, actually. You might have moved because of the story prompt. So I don't remember you standing there. But also, if some are lumped together, if you get the photo of the Rito Chieftain, you also get quills, given there's not really a good chance to see him. Yeah, the guy moved indoors. Interesting. Yeah, the one Rito Kogoli will go away after initiating this part of the story. So if you missed that figure, you have to play the game again. which is great. Anyway, hi Medley. Oh, Linkle, you're okay. You know, Prince Kamali's been asking me all about your adventures, Linkle. I can rest easy now that I've seen you safe and sound with my own eyes. Prince Kamali's turned into a fine young adult, hasn't he? Recently, he's even begun doing things on his own, without my guidance. Every conversation still ends up centered on you though, Linkle. Watching Prince Kamali grow up fills me with pride, but it makes me a little sad as well. I wonder if this is how a mother feels. Oh, but just listen to me go on. How weird it must sound. Well, I'd better continue practicing so that I can be useful around here too. Performing music like this is an important duty of an attendant. Is this too close? This is too close, I need to back up a little. You want to get Medley's photo, otherwise you will have to do a lot of work to get it. But anyway. Hey, is that the Wind Waker? Wow! Linkle, will you conduct me? I wonder how I'll do. This way. What a mysterious song. It sounds so familiar. It's almost as if something I've forgotten is trying to be remembered. Oh, I feel... Oh my god, Serena. The Nintendo U? Excuse me, Serena? Just now, a sage spoke to me. She spoke so gently. There's something that I must do. Linkle, thanks to you I've been awakened to the knowledge that I'm a sage of the Earth Temple. There's actually something that I can do to help this world. It's incredible. I bet my teacher knew all about this. Linkle, please, you must take me to the Earth Temple. We must hurry and wake the power to repel evil that sleeps within the Master Sword. Let's go now, quickly and quietly. Oh, Kamali, I just want him to remember me as a simple attendant. Okay, but like, what if we go back over there? Real quick. Besides, we need Kamali's photo anyway. I didn't take it last time. I also didn't photograph Kalidemos and Goma as well. So oops. Luckily, in this version especially, you get infinite chances. In GameCube, you get one chance. By the way, in GameCube, you only get one photo slot at a time for the Nintendo Gallery. Like, you can only turn in one photo at a time. That sounds ridiculously miserable. So in this version, you can send as many as 12 photos, which is definitely a lot nicer. I might be skipping a step, actually. I might have to come back later. Because I could have sworn Komali's up here if you have done that, but he might actually show up after the Earth Temple, so my bad. That was just a waste of time. Oopsie. Luckily, there's water here, right? Nope. Okay. That's fine. Linkle, what's going on? We must hurry to reach the Earth Temple. Yeah. And by hurry to reach the Earth Temple, that means salvaging more. Certified Rex and Blade moment. Oh no, we have like an hour to prevent this whole thing from like going to shit. Let's just do side quests for like 20 hours. It feels like everyone who plays Blade 2 ends up kind of doing that with that section. Oh, that's right there. Well, makes my life easier. And we're missing 6 treasures. That's too short. Nope, okay. Yeah, I have 44 treasure charts and I have 39 treasures. So that means 44, 39. So I'm missing 2 at the moment. Just an orange rupee? Okay. Well, that was anticlimactic. So, I'm gonna quickly scan through which ones I'm missing. There's one on a triangle island, I'm pretty sure. There's one on an island... Oh, that's Gale Island, so yeah, we'll get that when we do Wind Temple stuff. So yeah, Triangle Island and Gale Gale Isle are the 2 we're missing right now. And then the other 3 should be Triforce charts. So yeah, look at us, we're actually making story progress. This dungeon isn't awful, so I hope we can get through it in one stream. I hope. Medley, listen carefully to what I'm about to tell you. The temple ahead is the nest of an evil creature, the same creature that stole the life of your predecessor, the sage. It is a dark and frightening place. That is why, if you do nothing else, then at least do this. If Linkle comes near you and presses the R to call you, then be silent and follow closely behind her. And if Linkle presses A, allow her to lift you, and if need be, fly and carry her through the air. And Linkle? If Medley gets stuck and cannot continue in the temple, use the Wind Waker to conduct the song you learned in the Tower of the Gods. Do you understand? Linkle, protect Medley, and Medley, protect Linkle. The power to repel evil shall surely be returned to the Master Sword. Thank you for the posture reminder. Again, one of the nice things about VTubing is it actually forces me to be mindful of my posture anyway. But it's good to have a reminder. I could use... I could stand pee to have better posture. Gotten used to hearing the song, by the way, because there are a few of these we have to break. I genuinely love the Earth God's lyric and then the accompanying song for the Wind Temple, which are actually combined to make the title screen theme. When I realized that, that was like mind-blowing to me, because I didn't quite catch it with the Earth God's lyric, but it's definitely obvious with the second song. Anyway, Earth Temple. This shouldn't be awful, right? Mildly annoying maybe, but not awful. The worst part is backtracking for one treasure chart. As always, that's the pattern with every dungeon in this game, is you have to backtrack at least once for a treasure chart. So we actually have more control over Medley this time, because we have the command melody. We can actually play as her, for one thing. Do we have to hit both of these? I'm gonna do this. This works, right? I hope. Oh shoot, I didn't mean to do that. It's fine. Getting used to hearing this song a lot too. You have to command melody. Melody constantly. For the longest time I thought I was command meddling, which actually makes no sense. But yeah. You can actually fly as her freely, though you do have a stamina gauge. You do have to carry her manually through doors, by the way, or she'll be left behind. You cannot follow. And if she gets hit by any attacks, that will automatically knock her out of the command melody control. Welcome to one of the biggest gimmicks in this dungeon. Light. So, I'm gonna be lazy. Medley will face me, so I'm just gonna get her to turn around, and that should actually be enough to hit the choo-choos. So these choo-choos are... they'll turn to stone when hit by light, so we need to take advantage of that. So again, I'm being lazy, because there's only so much of the command melody I can tolerate. Actually, oh shoot, that's got some range to it, damn. So that just opens the door, that doesn't actually get us the treasure. First things first. These curtains can be burnt down. Some of them have things, some of them... most of them don't, I'm pretty sure. Just, you know, just demonstrate here. Voila. But this time we actually do have to do this. You can also burn the wooden boards on the pot, so that's how you open that up, or use a bomb, that works too. But for the sake of demonstration... Bada bing, bada boom. I feel like even compared to Toon Link with this mod, Linkle has even less of an indoor voice. She's just constantly screaming. Anyway, the dungeon map. Kind of boring, but still good to have. The other thing worth... oh shoot, I didn't need to actually do that. The other thing worth noting is these... I'm just blinding Linkle real quick. These statues can be broken by light, which will come up later. I don't think these have anything hidden behind them, but I guess... well, I guess they do by definition. Not anything overly exciting, but that is something... oh, her head just went straight through a wall. Cool. Big ass scary sun iconography. Wouldn't be a Zelda game without it. Again, my take on the Ocarina of Time remake is 1, why? 2, I am so like mildly curious just to see how everything looks, like how different everything will look. But I'm not like over the moon about it, because I'm not really a huge fan of Ocarina of Time. I think it's good, it's just not my favorite. Wait, you actually do have to backtrack here anyway, so that's actually not that bad. Okay, annoying section time. Because there's something that we can't do yet. Because there's actually something we need light for in the next room, so stepping on the switch and doing that's useless because we can't reflect light as Link goal. So we just gotta move on for now, and then double back. Again, every dungeon, Wind Waker has a treasure chart that you have to like get the dungeon item and then backtrack for. It's mildly frustrating, I find. It's not my favorite design choice in the world. I kind of just feel like padding a little bit. Though this game has a lot of issues with that. Small key, and then we have a fun little guy. I don't know how the hell I'm gonna photograph this thing. Does this count? That doesn't count, does it? No. Oh shoot. Sorry, Medley. Yeah, I'm not sure how the hell you'd pictograph that. That's a Floor Master, they suck. In every incarnation, and this is no exception. Again, the biggest thing is how the hell do I get them to, like, surface enough? Oh, like that, I guess. Okay, thank God that counted. So yeah, they suck. They basically pull you to a side path, where you're, like, locked up, essentially. I think Medley can just fly over it, though, so it's very trivial. But it's just a time waster. Yeah, I don't know why the game feels... Oh, shoot. I had my volume up to, like, 14 when I normally have it at 12, like, 10%. So no wonder everything sounded loud. My bad. That's on me. I can kind of cheese this, can't I? So yeah, just for the sake of time, I'm gonna avoid using the command melody if possible, which means I'm gonna have to do some, like, weird maneuvering to get this to work. The chews stack, by the way, for photos. You don't need photos of each individual chew. I put the camera right in the flame, and the frame rate did not approve. Okay. Ow. Again, I'm being lazy, which might make this take longer, ironically, if I just do this. The green chews will, like, lie in wait, so it's pretty easy to maneuver around them. Ow. They do stay paralyzed only temporarily, so you do have to hustle. But yeah, just toss Medley up so I don't have to, like, maneuver her up as well. And also create a shortcut back, so we don't have to do that a second time if we have to double back through here, which I don't think we do, actually. Oh shoot, yeah, it'll pull Medley into, like, a little prison area, so we have to be careful about that. Huh. So we got a floor switch over here. That should give us a light to work with. So anything like the statues and anything with, like, a sun icon will count for this. So that includes, like, all the walls, basically. There's actually this little part that's breakable too. It's not for anything though. The biggest issue is you have to be standing in such a way that the light hits the mirror, so if you're standing, like, facing away from the light, you actually can't use it there. They do take that little bit of physics into account. And again, do not be shocked if I spend a large portion of this dungeon just yeeting Medley all over the place, because that can be a little bit faster. In theory, it can be a little bit faster. Sometimes it doesn't work out. Mind you, this throw is a little finicky, just because this is pretty high up. So if you don't line up right, she will clunk against the wall. I might just have to not be lazy and actually do the damn sequence as intended. I forgot to set up the mod command again. I keep saying I would, and then I still haven't. I think this might be Akira the compass. Does that count as a stun? Oh, god damn it. It's like everything stuns her, it feels like. Cool. She didn't bonk that time. But yeah, if I had to say anything about The Wind Waker, as much as I love this game, and I still consider this, like, my favorite Zelda game. Oh, hi. Linkle, do not worry about straying away from Medley in the depths of the temple. Just relax and open your dungeon map. It will show you Medley's location as well, so you can easily confirm her whereabouts. Neat. Oh, this hell room. Okay. Oh, this is the backtracking room. It's not the other one. Because you have to backtrack. No, wait, you don't. Actually, you know what? The backtracking in this dungeon is not nearly as bad as the other dungeons, I'm realizing. Because the problem with the other dungeons is you basically need to go back to the start. But this one loops back there anyway, so it's not actually that big of a deal. Yeah, these little things also have a little sun icon on them, I just noticed. That's the kind of thing I probably never noticed because on GameCube it's crusty as hell. So if you press ZR to disengage, Medley will just hold her position, which is helpful. By the way, pose. Pose are vulnerable to light, as you'd expect. They can also possess you, which is great when that happens. He's trying, but they're vulnerable to light, so if you just lead them in, piece of cake. There's a reason, like, why, say, the Hurricane Spin is actually very helpful for this dungeon, because sometimes, like, catching all the pose can be a little annoying. Ow. So actually having the Hurricane Spin can make things a little bit easier. I always like the little sound they made. It's cute. In kind of a messed up way, as we're basically sending a ghost to, like, the, like, super afterlife, I guess, because they're already dead. So yeah, you need to basically reflect light twice in order to get that, so we can't do that yet. Ta-da! Wait, actually no, that's kind of useless. Welcome to the thing that trips me up in randomizers, actually. This part annoys me, but specifically in a rando setting. Because there's an item in here that does not have a chest icon on it, but it does have something you need to do. Also redeads. This is largely considered to be the worst version of redeads because of them screaming like that. Again, this is another enemy where it's like, I'm scared of the Ocarina of Time remake. I don't know what redeads are gonna be like in that game, but I feel like a logical direction would be to try to top Wind Waker for having the scariest redeads. Like, genuinely. I think that'd be the play, like, legit. It's like, I want this to be scary. Like, I want them to lean into the kind of messed up version. Because Ocarina of Time as a game, despite being like E originally, it was E10 in later versions, it's a pretty effed up game, actually. Like, a lot of the thematic elements of it are very dark, and I kind of want that to, the remake to lean into that. Again, it'll be very weird how outdated anything I say will be by the time this goes up as a video, standalone. Okay, on this big, arena, which of course has an enemy in it. Here's our mini-boss. This is Stalfos. I also learned that the photos have to be pretty dead on, which is annoying for enemies that are like facing away from you all the time. Stalfos in this game are fun in some ways and kind of annoying in other ways. Mostly because you have to like knock him down to just a head and then deal damage. You can use a bomb to instantly shatter the body if you can get them to like hit the bomb with their club. That's a great way to do it. But in general, Stalfos are a little annoying in this game to actually contend with. Where'd the head go? Oh, okay, you're up there. Eventually they will reform if you aren't fast enough. So you do have to be a little speedy. From what I gather, you get dizzy from using the Hurricane Spin, but that doesn't count for just spamming spin attacks that much. So do not be shocked if I do this a lot. I think spin attacks actually kind of like bifurcate them. So that's why sometimes they split in half and other times they just completely shatter. So I think regular attacks might be better than spin attacks. Bifurcate is such a fascinating word. It doesn't come up much. Like bisect, I think, comes up more. But that's why I use the other, because it's just not something that comes up often. You can also use an item later on to drag the head to you, but that requires getting a good hit on it, which is easier said than done, usually. There we go. That was a little clumsy, but we got it. Not the cleanest Stalfos fight I've ever had, and we'll have to get used to them because more show up in a couple places actually. I think they show up in the next temple as well. Both that taken care of, we have our dungeon item. It's also interesting which Zelda games tackle, how different Zelda games tackle dungeon items, quote unquote. You got the mirror shield. Its shiny surface reflects beams of light. Hold ZR to shield and use left stick to aim its reflection. So yeah, no Hylian shield in the traditional sense, we go straight to mirror shield. What I mean by that is, I feel like you get a lot of like key equipment items outside of dungeons in this game. Because you get a lot of well, I guess bottles usually are outside. Also, all the enemies respawn, unfortunately. So, first of all, I need to deal with the pose. Actually, what I should do is command melody. Yeah, the overall take I have is Skyward Sword and Majora, I think. And obviously Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom are in their own boat with this, so I'm not quite counting them the same way. That might be too high up, actually. I mean, I can... Okay, that happens a lot too. I'm trying to shield and accidentally call. So yeah, putting the button for the dungeon item on the same button as calling in this kinda sucks. That's an actual grievance I have with this dungeon. We can just be lazy, probably. Break that open. Ouchie. I got sucker punched in the process, it's fine. There was something in the little hallway, it's just rupees, so I'm not gonna worry about that for the sake of time. Because you have to like direct... Oh, wait, actually how would you get that? Actually, can you barely clip that? Oh, that's a tight angle. Okay, you can barely reach that. Okay, that's not that bad actually. How did this end up in here? I mean, you could use the rupees, for sure. I saw the call prompt. I'm trying to get it from down here to save myself time. Oh shoot, you can't fall down. You have wings, why are you scared of a tiny ledge? So now we can make oh shoot, there's more. This one also might need a double reflect actually, because of nope, never mind. I'll leave my words. Just a blue rupee. Oh, okay. This one is the backtrack key part. Also that little cagey looking thing over there, above the entrance to the next, not the next, but like that part of the dungeon. I think the entrance, that thing. That's where Medley ends up if she gets grabbed by a floor master. Speaking of floor masters, they respawned. You can counter prompt these, it sucks though. I don't recommend it. I heard a thing up here, but I don't care. We're gonna have to fight these again anyway, because I feel like this room might be a different instance. Yeah, compared to like Tower of the Gods, this feels like significantly less backtracking. Which I like. I am all for less backtracking in games. I didn't need to break both, that was overkill, but it's fine. That's just a droid pendant, really? Oh, I'm thinking of randomizers. Yeah. That's what I'm thinking of. What the hell are the treasure charts for this one then? Because there are 2 charts and I don't remember where they are. I feel like we should have seen them by now. It's not what I meant to do. I meant to do this. So now that we have 2 mirrors, we can do this. We just lock her in place and then get far away so I don't call her by accident. And then bada bing bada boom, open this up. Yeah, like genuinely, where the hell were the treasure charts? I can't even look because you can't see the C chart on, well, in the dungeon. I think that might be different than in the original version. Alright, heading down. Now we have a new type of bubble. These suck. Genuinely don't remember what to use on them. I think it might be fire arrow, actually. Nope, okay. You know, just... Oh, sword doesn't work. Huh. Genuinely like, trying to remember what these are vulnerable to. I think they're vulnerable to something in the next dungeon, which doesn't help us right now. If you get hit by these, you can't use items, so that sucks. So, oh, wait, that went away real fast, okay. But you actually have a little alcove over here. It looks very innocuous, minus all the skulls. Why'd she face that way? But, if we toss a bomb... That did not take out the bubble somehow, which I'm very confused by. But we do get our next Tingle statue. Spoilers, but like, what else is obtained this way? You got the Earth Tingle statue. It's cool and damp and smells like mold. It will be waiting for you on Tingle Island. Why do all these have the least flattering descriptions? Like, all these just are described in the grossest way possible. Yeah, you need a different dungeon item. Which again, it's like, I think you can do these out of order, because I don't think you need the mirror shield for anything, and vice versa. Set down. This is the one song I actually do have to look down on the gamepad to remember, because it's long. And I don't have the best memory for like large sequences. Okay, treasure chart's coming up, and I think the next one, the last one's in the final area. So you really don't actually have to backtrack in this dungeon at all. It's actually very convenient. Okay. Up you go. And we got the Re-Dead room. Everyone's favorite room. Again, I always go in with a jump strike, and the reason is because even if it screams, I'll immediately stagger it out of the scream. God, I wish Call and Mirror Shield were not on the same button. That drives me insane, and it's going to drive me more insane in a little bit. So yeah, that breaks that. And we can also break this. And we can also break that. So I think we have to do both sides to open, like, get the keys and stuff for everything. There's something over here that's a dead end, so I think we'll go to the dead end first. Like, logically that makes sense to me. Oh. Right, this room. The room that sucks. Okay. Because you got the little fog that means you can't attack, and then you also have floor masters. So just overall a very sucky room. Anyway, there's the key. That also clears up the fog. But we actually do need to slowly fight all the floor masters. Again, for the sake of time, if I was not streaming the game, I might try for the special counter. But for the sake of time, I'm just gonna say, screw that, and just fight them the slow way. Just because I don't want to get grabbed and sent back to that little cage area. And then have to go all the way back down. The medley, I think, stays where she is, so that's not the worst thing. It's just mildly inconvenient. I do think spin attacks and jump attacks are the best option usually, but trying to jump attack something with its hitbox that high up is kind of annoying. Actually, no, more the issue of overshooting and just missing. Alright, we got ourselves another chest in this room. Again, it's nice looking at the gamepad and just seeing, oh hey, there's a chest here. There's the treasure chart I was thinking of being where the joy pen was. Again, genuinely didn't need to go back for that if I had known. I want to say we need 2 keys for this, so we do have to do both directions here. No, we have to open up something in this next hallway to actually get progress in that other section. That's what it is. We have another Floor Master Fog Gauntlet. Thank you for the hydration check. I'll get on that as I move this big-ass mirror. Mind you, we also have to hit this. I was gonna say, mind you, that doesn't do anything yet, but then I realized, oh wait, it is in this room. So that should go to the room... the next room, which, so we do need to do that. I also don't know how long this fog lasts. Or like what the condition is for it, because it feels like sometimes it goes away really quickly and other times it doesn't, and I don't quite know why that is. I hope I'm not missing any photos here too, because this is not an easy dungeon to navigate, but again, the flame bubbles and like Tower of the Gods also count for this. Now, these just set you on fire, so they're actually more convenient. The pose are dumb, they just charge straight into the thing that hurts them. Piece of cake. Again, eventually they will reform, so that's the slightly annoying thing about pose in this game. There's a statue behind too, so we have to use some finessing to get that to work. Yeah, like point it at that corner and then point it with Link the other way. Probably. Okay, piece of cake. So now command medley. This is not even the worst room for the command medley. I think it is in this dungeon though. There's like one section at the end of the dungeon that just kind of sucks. And I'm not looking forward to it, because it's not hard, it just takes forever. I also feel like the beams of light from Medley's mirror are not as pronounced as I would like them to be. I wish they were more definite. Like, easier to tell. I don't even need that. We have another, like, hell room here. I'm gonna leave Medley at the entrance for the start and just quickly run through. Is this a key? Nope, rupee. You can tell by the jingle. What happened there? Why did it cut off? I'm so confused. So yeah, just gonna be lazy and not fight. Because that's a lot of enemies to have to fight, so I'd rather not. And just as a bunch of bats and redeads are after us, we're just gonna play a nice little peaceful song. You know, as you do. The beams fade visually much faster than it does mechanically. Yeah, that's one of my biggest gripes in this dungeon. However, you can actually see the pattern on the shield on whatever surface you're pointing it at, so that's kind of your indicator to line up with that. But it is annoying to me not having the light travel that far. Now mind you, I think it would actually... I wonder if it would diffuse at that point. Do we actually need that? We really don't. Also, the funny part is after this next room, we can just ditch Medley, like straight up. Like you don't need her after this point in the dungeon, so you can just leave her and she'll catch up eventually. So yeah, I probably won't carry her all the way for my sanity, because otherwise you have to like fly her up to the top and then glide across with both of them. And Link will leave her at the door anyway, so it doesn't matter. Right, what's that? Okay. I could be an overachiever and try to set something up in advance, but I'm not that good at this, so we're not gonna do it that way. I almost considered like putting Medley where I know she needs to be, but that just was like, that's probably a little too like advanced for my skill level at the moment. But yeah, I almost feel like Wind Waker is kind of like Majora. No, Majora's actually got some pretty peak dungeons, not gonna lie. Like, I know people complain about Great Bay. And it is like... Great Bay is like everything that people complain about with the Water Temple and Ocarina, but like, actually bad, in my opinion. But I actually do kind of like Great Bay Temple, because it's very confusing. But it's also kind of satisfying to go through. And Stone Tower is the highlight. It's extremely confusing and easy to botch if you miss like one thing. So if I do Majora, I'm gonna be like glued to a guide the entire time I do every temple, because time limit. Majora is on the short list. I don't know if I'll keep it though, because I do love me some Majora's Mask, and it's my like non-nostalgia pick for a Zelda game. Like, Wind Waker is my favorite because it was my first. It's very sentimental to me. But, that being said, if I were to choose a Zelda game to be my favorite, not influenced by nostalgia, or like being the first one, 50 rupees, not bad. It would probably be Majora, and then... After Majora, I would wait, what do we do here? Let's set up for later. Wait a minute. I don't know if this is the correct thing to do, actually. Because I forgot. I forgot the order of operations. Oh wait, we can just reach that. No frills. I thought I had to like do some weird reflect to get that to work. So that's very convenient. Yeah, we're basically setting up enough light to get the sun over there lit up. Yeah, I love Breath of the Wild. That's like probably top 3. For 2D, I have a soft spot for Minish Cap, because that was the first not Phantom Hourglass 2D Zelda game I actually finished. That's the weird thing of classification of everything. Like, I'm having this realization classifying, and we're running into the how many mainline Mario games problem. To some degree, because, like... Phantom Hourglass is a mainline Zelda, but also just plays so differently that I don't really think of it as a 2D Zelda, even though ostensibly it is. Like, you know, you could not deny that that is not a 2D Zelda, obviously, but for some reason I don't think of it as a 2D Zelda. Wow, this room's interesting to navigate, because how blinding everything is. Okay, so lining up so I don't pull out the mirror. What even is in here? Oh, passageway to a treasure. I'm gonna do the setup for this first, just to save my sanity. Now it's saying to do this. Any place that has like a symbol on it probably is a good place to point the mirror. Even if you can't tell what it's for at a given moment. Yeah, that's an example of like not being able to use it because of the angle of it. I think I set this up wrong. Wait a minute, I'm probably overthinking this, aren't I? Yeah, I can just do this. What am I doing? Neat, okay. And then that goes there. I think that might actually be it. Oh, did I leave it behind? If you hear it go like, hey, that means you've left it behind. And again, the call in Wind Waker with Link, he'll say come on, which is like the only time Link will actually speaks dialogue. Alright, that's in position. Oh shoot, that's what that reflect thing is for. Oopsie. I knew I was forgetting something with that. Over here. Again, I do think Wind Waker as a game, this was what I was trying to say, I think Wind Waker as a game emphasizes the overworld and like, in some ways the lore, I almost argue more so than the actual moment-to-moment like dungeon gameplay. I think Wind Waker actually has kind of weak dungeons. Twilight Princess and even Skyward Sword, I think I would argue have better dungeons than Wind Waker. But there's something about the ambiance of Wind Waker that kind of carries it for me. Not to say it's bad or anything, but just like, it's what elevates it for me, it's just the vibe of it. But again, with like the ocean, like the water temple of sorts, Great Fish Isle being cut for time, and then sort of repurposed into a water temple, presumably in a later game, there is the problem of like, you can kind of feel the dungeons missing. Like, it almost feels like there should be 6 instead of only 5, not counting Forsaken Fortress, which is kind of like in a weird halfway of, I don't know if it's a dungeon or not. I don't want to classify it as that. Alright, that took a while. Honestly, that took less time than I was expecting at the very least. I'll do the side path first, because I'll forget it otherwise. Oh, this is a Redead room. You can stir up... Oh, no, this is a Stalfos room. That's even worse. So yeah. Ad break is coming up. Oh, darn it. We have to put this off for a little bit. But yeah, we're gonna pause there for a bit, and then I'll finish up the temple after. Hi. Chat quick, say your favorite thing about Yuna. Aw, that's very sweet. Aw. I try to be sweet and kind. This song is good, by the way. It also makes me slightly sentimental, because of the, I mean, that's Fresh Start. That's not the song I thought it was. Aw, damn it, Champ's theme came up. But we gotta get a move on. Okay. Right. We were just about to fight the Stalfos. Oh joy. Well, I mean, this might be a good way to demonstrate this. Yeah, took him out. Well, I got one. I will call that a win. Again, their club can blow up the bomb, so hypothetically that's a way to deal with them swiftly. It's just bait them into blowing up themselves, basically. Ow. You can also pick up their own clubs and use them against them, which is always satisfying. Yeah, it seems like the spin attacks are actually not good because of the way it again just splits them in half instead of allowing you to just immediately go for the head. Interesting. You know what? That could have gone exponentially worse, so I'm happy about that. But we're not done yet. Yeah, people in chat are saying nice things about me, and I'm like, that's very kind. Thank you all. I do my best to bring a little bit of joy into the world, if that makes sense. I just want to do right by the people I care about. Family, friends, partners. Anyway, there's the second treasure chart. Not to immediately mood whiplash. You did a great job. Oh, thank you. My immediate instinct is to say that Yuna's biased, though. And I don't know what that says about me. Anyway, Dark Nut. Yeah, I was gonna say, that skull blinked. Again, genuinely do not remember how to fight these. Aw, that's very sweet to me. Oh hey, that worked. But like, again, the bubbles... Boomerang? Not boomerang. Deku Leaf. Actually, no, that's not a bad idea. Because that could put out the curse around them. If I can line this up, goddamn, there we go. There we go, that's the ticket. Look at me actually remembering. Eventually. It only took way longer than it should. Ow, I hit B by accident. Yeah, Serena likes sneak attacks. Ask me how I know. Piece of cake. I say as I took 1 heart of damage. 1 heart's not bad for like all that chaos as I was running around trying to figure out what actually worked. That's not terrible, I'll take it. Smoosh the snow fox, oh thank you. I do like how we have to differentiate because there's so many foxes in the community. I'm the only snow fox as far as I'm aware in this community, and that feels nice. Anyway, big key. I've talked about this before, but going into like all this, I was actually really nervous because like, Snow Fox is a very popular choice for VTubing. So I was worried about drawing comparisons to other Snow Fox or Vulpix themed VTubers. I would love to have 6 tails if I could, just to go full Vulpix, but Vroid caps at 5, and I don't want to have to learn Blender for that. Or Unity, either. Both are not fun. That's a lot of curse down there, but again, we're just gonna leave Medley right here, and she'll figure it out on her own, hopefully. Just do not want to deal with that. Cause yeah, climbing up this takes forever, and then trying to glide up, or like fly up with Medley takes forever. So for the sake of time, we're just gonna ditch her down there. Same kind of goes for the Wind Temple too, where you don't need to go through the boss door with the partner character. I'm not even gonna break that open, we don't need to. But you know what I do need? I need to get a photo. Because obviously we have a boss fight coming up. I do love the design of this boss door, but it's also kind of terrifying as someone who has issues with like eye-related injury. Anyway, we got a bunch of pose, but it's not that simple. We got a little cursed mask too. So they all make up our boss. This is Chowhala. Again, I really miss Majora and Ocarina just saying the name of the boss. Again, even Twilight Princess goes back to doing that. So like, it's genuinely baffling to me that they don't do it that way. Oh shoot. So he'll like shoot fire at us if he like inhales long enough. So we gotta throw him into the spiked pillar, but I'm gonna charge up here because the Hurricane Spin is really good for making short work of these cycles. These do cap at a cycle. Yeah, the Hurricane Spin is good for just shredding through a bunch of the pose and making your life a lot easier, so I recommend doing that. Again, if you haven't gotten that beforehand, I would recommend doing that before this dungeon. If you get like every Knight's Crest you see up to this point, it's not actually that bad. Where the hell's the pillar? I can't even see, because the boss is so big. You also are at the mercy of Poe locations. Sometimes they just drop in really bad spots. Now we have the gimmick of the spotlights shut off after a bit. Like so. So we have to actually keep on our toes with that. Again, overall, I'd say Wind Waker is actually kind of easy. I'd say it's easier than Ocarina and definitely Majora. But I think that's good, given that this was my first Zelda game. It was good to... Oh shoot, that's actually bad. Barely made it. I don't know how we made that cycle, but we did. Cool. And there he goes. Psych. Yippee! We did it. Earth Temple complete. I have no clue how many streams this will take, actually. I'm expecting the final area to take like an hour. But like, I genuinely don't know how much we'll have to do in the, like, last stream. I think it'll take 2 more at this rate. A lot of that's going to be getting one specific heart piece, to be blunt. Not heart piece, item. It's a special item. These pillars do hurt you, by the way, so that's why I'm kind of sidestepping them. And again, conveniently, Medley will show up. The prayers of the Earth Sage have restored the Master Sword's former energy. There is but one last step before it becomes the true Master Sword once again. Linkle, the power to repel evil is not yet fully awakened. To complete the awakening of the Master Sword, you must go to the Wind Temple for one more prayer. Now, Linkle, step into the light behind you and return to the surface. Your next duty is to find the Sage of the Wind Temple. I will remain here and continue to pray. You must hurry. And Linkle? About Prince Kamali, please watch over him for me. And off we go. And that's 4 out of 5 done. Anyway, hi King. What's up? You don't have anything to say? That's actually kind of surprising to me. I'm just quickly double checking a couple of things. Scale Islands, we'll wait on that. Five Eye is actually right here, so we'll get that. One of the charts that we got should be for Five Eye Reef. That should be chart 12 by the looks of it. That one, it should be a piece of heart, so it's definitely worth getting. So again, I could have waited on that, but it's fine. Something I meant to talk about is Rito being evolved from Zora, based on Naruto being Medley's descendant, which creates the interesting situation where Breath of the Wild has both. It's kind of interesting actually, because like, spoilers for a 2-year-old game at this point. This might have been in a trailer actually, but like Zora kind of looked more shark-like in Breath of the Wild, so no wait, when more specifically like the old school looking Zora in like the 2D games, for example, they basically established them as like separate species. Like subspecies. I think they have a rivalry in Echoes of Wisdom as well, but it's kind of interesting that they do incorporate that aspect into the lore. Echoes of Wisdom is really interesting because it's like set in a period of time when it kind of could be a span of like a long time between games, given the implications of the story, like certain tidbits being kind of like lost to time. Oh, that's a silver rupee. That's not the one I thought it was. Okay, the one I thought it would have to be somewhere else then. I'm trying to figure out the optimal pathing of this. Bomb Island is up there. Shoot, why they go to Dragon... Oh wait, I know why. Kamali. I did have a plan. I briefly second-guessed myself, like, wait a minute, why am I going over here? It's like, nope, I actually did know what I was doing. I didn't want to show Kamali. Besides, again, we need this photo. Slightly selfishly. Interestingly enough, also in the photo gallery, or the Nintendo gallery, Laruto is with Dorito. What is this actually? This parcel has been sent cash on delivery. Postage is 10 rupees. Will you pay? I don't remember this one. Yo, how you been, woman? I gotta tell ya, you really helped me out back there at the mail center. I appreciate it. I've been trying real hard ever since then, but my postman skills are still weak. I just can't seem to hit 22 letters. I doubt I'll ever be as good as you, woman. So anyway, I've been hearing all kinds of crazy tales about you, and I figured I just had to write you a letter. It sounds like you're doing some pretty amazing stuff. You're great, you're awesome, you're the woman. You can probably tell that I had no idea what to write, but hey, I figured the least I could do would be to send you a letter of encouragement. So yay, woman, yay, go, go woman, go. Go, go, never give up, never lose hope. Well, I don't make much from sending you the wages I've earned lately, just doing my part. Hope it helps. I'm really sorry I had to send this COD, but I guess that's the price of fame. Take care, thanks again, boss, from Bido. Again, it really emphasizes in... Oh shoot, Kamali's here! That's why I couldn't find him before. Silly me. I don't know why I moved that. Anyway, getting the right angle can be annoying sometimes. Because it has to be relatively facing them. Linkle, you know Medley, don't you? I think something weird happened to her. It stinks too because I went to all the trouble of picking this flower to surprise her with. Now she's not around. Oh, poor Medley. Poor Kamali. No time for romance when you gotta save the world. Okay, yeah, I wanted to get Kamali's photo, because, like, otherwise we really don't need to come back to Dragon Roost proper for now. I also don't know what the hell the phase of the moon is gonna be at this point. To be blunt. For the sake of, like, the photos, again, I might do them off stream just because, you know, other than the name, it's the same dialogue every time, and I've already said who the photos are of. But since we're here, and again, it's different phases of the moon, I'm just gonna do this. Actually, we did play the Song of Passing a couple times. I'm trying to remember if it was actually for this or not. Can you tell my memory is absolutely bad? Great Fairy. A pictograph of a beautiful Great Fairy. Again, you cannot photograph these. But yeah, like some things like miss translate relatively well. Lad to lass translates okay. But like man to woman, it really shows that like people don't say woman the same way they say man. Like, hey man, like people don't say that. Like I don't know what the equivalent would actually be for a woman. Now that I'm thinking about it, it's like one of those interesting talking points, I feel. So Bomb Island is by Croc Woods, so we'll get that there. And there's still one more chest we're missing. Yeah, there's 3 treasure charts in total. 2 of them are going to be in the dungeon, probably. And the last one, I don't remember. You're looking for a pictograph of a beautiful girl? Oh, look, she's right there. I mean, I'm not a pictograph. For one thing. Unless if my soul's been sealed in a picture and I didn't know it. I feel like it'd be rather startling to not know. But you can take pictographs of me. I mean, sure, but like, you have to get over here first. We have to be in the same place. Okay, yeah. See, sometimes I can lock in and get this really easily. That's why I got so quiet, because I was trying to focus. One should it be? Wow, we are kind of rolling in the dough, huh? So, this one is interesting. It needs 2 things, actually. We need the iron boots, which unfortunately aren't like a toggle like they are in Ocarina 3D. But we also need the skull hammer to break this. I swear the iron boots are slightly faster than on GameCube, but I may be talking like it might be a placebo. Shoot, we have to analyze first. You learned the Wind God's aria. Are you the new hero? I'm Fada of the Kokiri tribe. I know I appear to you as a child, but the eyes can oft deceive. I'm a most esteemed sage. I have been praying here so that the power to repel evil would continue to be contained within the blade of the Master Sword. But I was attacked by the evil Ganondorf, and this is what happened to me. You wish to return the power to your blade, don't you? That's why I'm here. In that case, look for the one who has the same instrument that I hold, and teach him the song you just played. Once you do, I'm certain the holder of the instrument will feel the blood of the sages awaken within his veins. That Wind Waker you hold was used long ago to conduct the sages when we played our song to call upon the gods. In those days, it was always the king who conducted for us. Please, tell the king that I will still play, even in the next world. And off he goes. That also implies something else lore-wise. I was gonna say something about, like, this kind of... And to a lesser extent, because it's, you know, twice and also much shorter, this kind of hits the Secret Stone problem from, like... Tears of the Kingdom, where it's like, hey, what if we just give you the same information again, because we don't know which order you would have done this in. Genuinely, like, Tears of the Kingdom, would be fixed if, one, it didn't tell you the same backstory 4 times, and 2, because the memories aren't tied to locations like they are in Breath of the Wild. I genuinely think it would help to... Actually, no, I should do that second. We should do this first. I think it would genuinely help to have it set so the memories play in order instead of based on location. Because, yeah, it's just very arbitrary. And it, I swear everyone I've seen who's played this game who hasn't purposely gone out of their way to do everything in order has basically seen a major character death, like, as their first memory. Like, I swear so many people had that experience from what I was hearing. And some people have very, like, different interpretations of how to feel about that. Some people are like, oh my god, I want to know more. And then other people are like, well, shoot, they die, so I'm not gonna get attached. See me playing Final Fantasy VII, and literally like benching Aerith for reasons. Spoilers for Final Fantasy VII, I guess, though again, I swear this is the most known spoiler of all time. This is really annoying, by the way. I can't believe I got it first try, genuinely. Actively shocked that I got that first try. Again, similar to Medley, if you miss this photo, you have to go through the entirety of the next temple to get it, so get it early. Anyway, hi. Oh, Linkle, I haven't seen you in quite some time, have I? I'm surprised you were able to find me here. You're wondering why I'm all the way down here? I'm practicing a new song for next year's ceremony, and I need privacy. It isn't any fun if everyone knows in advance what song I'll play. What, you can hear my song outside? What, really? I thought the sound of the waterfall would drown it out. Perhaps I should play a little more softly when I practice from now on. Please, if you don't mind, keep the fact that I'm practicing here a secret. I don't want everyone to know about it. Oh, okay. Why is that a conductor's baton? Linkle, are you a maestro? That's incredible. Are you going to conduct for me, Linkle? What kind of song is it? I can't wait to hear it. Please, conduct. It's interesting because of the monument and everything, that, like, Medley just knows what the Wind Waker is, but Makar doesn't. Does it go something like this? Strange. Why does it feel like I already know this song? Linkle. The sacred song that you've conducted has awakened me. I know myself now. I am the Sage of the Wind Temple. It is my fate to return the power to repel evil to your Master Sword, and to ease the regrets of my ancestors. Oh, Linkle, please, you must take me with you to the Wind Temple. So here's a fun little thing that you might not know of. If you can actually do both of these. Again, I'm pretty sure you can do either dungeon in any order. Again, if anyone can deconfirm, you can, because I'd actually be curious. But, like, I have done playthroughs where both Medley and Makar are on the boat at the same time. It's actually kind of cute when that lines up that way, but oftentimes it does not, unfortunately. For me, because it's like going out of your way to do both. But again, I think there have been times where I've tried to do both in the same run. Anyway, I'm not missing that this time. Welcome, Linkle. Okay, this is the same as always. He will specify the door if you only give him one, so that's like a holdover from the original. You're saying my fans want this figurine? Wow, that golden, freshly brushed hair, that stylish yet unassuming bod. Why, this is a mighty handsome man. Mercy, my very soul compels me to make a figurine from this picture. Uh-huh. Just gotta go through all the others. This is gonna take a bit. Again, there's a reason I've been waiting. I've been doing this mostly off stream. Because it takes a while. Again, some are lumped together, like, again, Quill and the Dorito Chieftain. I wanna say Errol is lumped in with Link's grandmother. So yeah, there are a couple that double up just because they're hard to get. Like, traditionally, you wouldn't be able to get a picture of... No, there was no chance to get a picture of Errol on the first playthrough. This is like one exception to HD changing things, or like making it easier. Because on HD, you can get the deluxe picto box so early. You can even get like Goma and Cali Damos, which you wouldn't be able to do in the original. just ignore the puff of smoke obscuring the figure, please. That's actually a good photo of Medley. It's a bit at an angle, but it's very dynamic. Yeah, no, I wasn't expecting to get through the Earth Temple that fast. I'm starting to worry about how much time we'll have. I feel like we're gonna run into a problem where we have not enough for a full stream, but also too much for one more stream. I think we're gonna run into a problem with dividing up this playthrough. I might try to start early again on Friday or Wednesday maybe, and try to basically start early to give myself time to go long and just finish the game next time, because we might only have like an hour left after next stream. I think that's a very realistic possibility of not having that much time. Alternatively, we could just put a rain check on the dungeon, because we won't be able to finish the dungeon tonight, I can tell you that much. But we might be able to go get the get some pieces of the Triforce, actually. Since we are supposed to do that too. We have enough rupees for that, actually. I think we have enough for the remaining pictures too. Mind you, we actually can't get all of them here, because there's a couple that we need the next and final dungeon item to actually get. So this one is Private Oasis. I mean, they do mention the Triumph Forks a lot, so... yeah, I think there's two that we will... Well, there's one that I won't be getting just because it'll take a long-ass time. That's probably what we'll do immediately after the dungeon. But even then, it'll only probably take half an hour. Again, I think we'll just run into a situation where the amount of time needed for the game is going to be so frustratingly in the middle that it's going to be like, I'm going to have to either go long next time or have like a really short segment at the beginning of a stream. Don't touch me with those filthy hands, you mischievous little scamp. Ahem. This cabana belongs to the mistress and the mistress alone. You grimy, trespassing little scoundrel. Away with you. Away, I say. Yeah, hey, about that. Ew, unclean, most foul. Don't lay those grungy hands. Wait, that's... Why, that's the... Are you the new mistress? Are you Mistress Linkle? Ah, I'm so pleased to hear that name. Mistress Linkle, please be gentle on this fine door. I like how the hand is the doorknob. But we have a very annoying minigame, completely optional. I wonder if any randomizers makes you do this. Ah, Mistress, do you have an interest in the amusements of nobility? Sure. Well, in that case, would you care to hear an explanation of the game? No. Very good, Mistress. Please enjoy yourself. I hate sliding puzzles. This will definitely not be something you hear in, like, 2 playthroughs from now. You have the little lights on the side to tell you all the rounds you have to do. This is I'm pretty sure just for rupees, so I'm just gonna not do this. Do you wish to quit? Sadly, I must quit. I'm sorry to have bothered you with such a trifling thing, most terribly sorry. All of a sudden I've become painfully aware of my existence as a door. Wow, wow. Poor guy. But we have a little grapple point up here, which deactivates the fireplace. Thank you for the hydration check reminder. I definitely will do that very soon. Okay. Do I remember what the hell I'm doing here? Hi, rats. You don't get a map for this. You have to kind of go and chart in your own way, which is not something I'm good at. Oh, okay. There are redeads, by the way. Go into the tunnel on the right. Let's hope I'm reading this correctly. Let's see, it says left, right, straight, right. Left, right, straight, right. Yeah, straight looks right. I think I saw something past. Like a rupee or something. Or not. I think it was just the error, actually. So this should lead to a slightly different section that opens up the branch. Now, which way do we go from here? So next we want to go this way. I guess the other goes to a treasure, which is 100 rupees, and therefore I don't care. Ow! God damn it. Which one? It doesn't actually say which one, so I'm gonna pray that they lead to the same place. Pray return to the waking sands and all that. This one might be completely linear. Okay. Oh. Where the hell am I now? Oh, okay. There should be redeads down here, by the way. So I'm just preemptively jump striking. Piece of cake. I actually don't know if you're in the sewers. What do you mean, Serena? I actually don't know if the interim stages of the Master Sword also have damage ups. Like, I genuinely don't have an answer to that. Hadn't really thought of that before. You're just saying silly things. I appreciate when you say silly things. Please say more. I just was wondering what that was in response to, mostly. So silly. But anyway, that's it for that, actually. Piece of cake. We did Islet of Steel already. Or, is it Islet of Steel? I think it is. Needle Rock. We got that one. Bird's Peak. Yeah, Stone Watcher is another one. You got a Triforce shard. You need 7 more shards to form a complete piece of the Triforce. Cool. Ow! God, that's a lot of rupees. Oh my god. Those are 5s. Give me those back. Well, guess not. Yeah, there's a rupee in another tunnel. I do not care. We're just gonna move on. I have so much money as is. Again, if I have like, what, 3 or 4 more of the legendary photos, that's like 450 something to 600. And then I need about 1100 for something else. So that should be totally fine. Yeah, I guess that one's actually a decent one to do next. Stone Watcher is 2 from here. It'd be faster to warp to Southern Ferry, but there is actually a treasure we missed over here anyway, so we might as well go the long way around. But yeah, I have no clue what next stream looks like. We'll probably do the dungeon, and we might just almost... No, shoot, there's like the mini... There's like the enemy gauntlet. That's gonna take like half an hour to 45 minutes. And there's like another enemy gauntlet, and then there's the ghost ship. So yeah, I have no clue how long this is going to take, genuinely. But again, I just envision it will be an awkward length of time that does not work for either direction of like going long on one stream or not having enough for another stream. Like it's going to be frustrating either way. What the hell? Yeah, you can get like fake treasures occasionally. So much is happening on screen right now, oh my god. Yeah, I need to buy myself some breathing room actually. I don't even have the chart up because of how chaotic this is. Which one is it? Oh shoot, there it is. 44. Wow, barely off. And all the chaos. I stopped a little bit early, I think, just because of how much was happening. Yeah, there were 8 in total. So yeah, Islet of Steel. Should be a chart. Yeah, we got all 3 of the Triforce charts, I'm pretty sure. Again, there would be 8 in the original. Well, again, technically, there might be more in the original, depending on how the Japanese version handles it, which honestly, it's always one of those things I just hear, but I actually don't know how that works. Exactly, we did Islet of Steel already. Is there any other charts that I haven't done yet? 40... Nope. Okay, we're actually caught up on charts. Cause yeah, all we have are the 3, things there. And again, I'm missing a treasure chart somewhere, and I don't know which one I'm missing. Cause again, there's 2 in the dungeon, and then there's 1 loose somewhere, and I don't remember which one that is. Now we can finally deal with that. Again, don't have to use bombs in general for those. Okay. Interesting. So big columns. Yeah, I think, again, logically it might be best to just push long if need be. I actually don't remember if I got the photos for these in Tower of the Gods. My memory's so bad. Well, I know another place to find them now if I need to get that photo still. I think I might have gotten it when I was doubling back through there, but still. Again, it just kind of depends on how long the dungeon takes. And I feel like the Wind Temple's kind of long. And then again, the little mini gauntlet thingy, that's like, again, probably half an hour to 45 minutes, and then the remaining Triforce pieces, and then endgame. That's still a decent chunk, so again, it's probably about 4 hours. Which is just a very awkward increment, given I stream usually 3 hours. Unless I do 2-hour streams. But I can gauge how much time we have next time. It also depends on if we're like mid-dungeon too, because I wouldn't want to stop mid-dungeon. Oh yeah, and then also deciphering all the charts too. Hi Son, welcome on in. Hope you're doing well. Pat the rat, as they say. Yeah, I agree, pat the rat. I actually don't... I think my gift sub ran out. For a while, Serena was gifting me subs to Son, but that creates the problem now of that's essentially just wasting money. Because if they live together and Serena gives $6 to equal $3 that Zon actually earns. That is a loss of money. So not the most efficient. You bought her a burger, that's basically a gift sub, true. That's how the law of equivalent exchange works, right? 3 even? Yeah, I'm just mostly crunching numbers in my head right now of how much more of the game I have left. And I do think it's gonna be a weird number to, go up by, unfortunately. Wow, that was just free, okay. The pillars do have rupees and stuff, so if you want to break the pillars, that's a decent way to get money fast. You can also just pick up the sword, too. Again, might as well, right? I didn't mean to throw it, I meant to swing, but again, the button switches from your sword to an enemy's sword. Imagine if these had weapon durability. I kind of wish they did, actually, because they are very strong, and I actually don't use them. I just forget to use them. But I just had the thought of, like, what if? Okay, got all of that done, and then we'll chop this down. Piece of cake, and we're good. We're golden, as they say. Oh yeah, speaking of which, they just announced a LEGO set for K-pop Demon Hunters. It's of the tiger. But like brick built. It's like, LEGO's so bougie now. It's like they don't do sets for like, you know, kids, which was the whole demographic of LEGO. Cause even like the smart brick ones are like absurdly expensive. But it's like LEGO's such an adult collector hobby now instead of like a toy for kids, and it makes me sad. As someone who grew up with a lot of Legos, I miss that, and I wish kids could grow up with Lego, but they kind of can't now because of how expensive it is, and also, again, targeted at adults with income. You got a Triforce shard, now you only need 6 more. So yeah, there are 2 more like this, but I think... Well, actually, no. Why do I feel like I'm botching the math somehow? I really feel like I'm screwing up my math here. Because we have those 2 that we just got. There's 1 on an overlook, there's 1 on the ghost ship, so that's 4. And then there's 3 through treasure charts, so where's the 5th one I'm missing? Oh, duh. Of course. Big labyrinth. And Makar's just along for the ride at this point. He's not even doing a whole lot. But yeah, might as well get these deciphered. We have 10 minutes. I don't know if I have time to go after all these, but I can try. We can at least get a few. Again, I would like to at least step foot on Gale Isle. Yeah, we have 4 out of 5 statues too. You get a reward if you get all the statues. And also there's like a Tingle brother to tattle. Not tattle, but to photograph. We didn't even talk to them before. You actually... Oh, you can. Thank you for the gift. I know that Tingle statues are quite hard to come by. It's not much, but please, take this. You got a reward for being so skillful at finding Tingle statues. You got 50 rupees per statue, lucky you. I know what my big brother is like, but please play with him again soon, otherwise he gets out of sorts. Heave-ho! Heave-ho. Ugh, this is so heavy. This is just between you and me. But this guy has another brother. If that guy could just come spin this thing instead of me. Heave-ho. Oh, Miss Fairy, I've been longing to see you, ma'am. What should we play? What do you want to play? What? You're not here to play? That fragrant, musty scent. Miss, You have found a chart. Splendid, splendid. Show me, show me. Why? You can't read that chart in its current state. It's impossible, ma'am. Would you like me to decipher it for you for 398 rupees? Don't really have a choice in the matter. Tingle, tingle, kulu limpa. Become readable. You got your chart deciphered. Now you can use it to find a piece of the Triforce. Look at your seed charts on the map screen to check its location. Would you like me to decipher another chart for 398 rupees? Yeah. If you don't do them all at once, you have to sit through the dialogue all over again, so that's why I like doing them all at once. Again, imagine doing this 8 times on GameCube. It's not great. Alrighty. Miss Fairy, you must try very hard to find treasure. When you select and open this chart on the map screen, the place where the treasure is will shine forth. Then just go to that place and rely on your chart to help you find the treasure. Thank you for telling me what I already knew. But real quick, I'm gonna open those, first of all. Yeah, where the hell's the last treasure chart? I actually genuinely have no idea. Oh my god, there's so much to scroll through now, because we have like every other chart too. That's Bird Peak. That's... I think that might be Stone Watcher again. Yeah, that's Stone Watcher. Shit, where was Stone Watcher again? Hey, did you know my memory is absolutely atrocious? Yeah, no, that's north. That's southeast of here. Yeah, that's the closest. And then Triforce chart number 3 is Bird Peak. Triforce chart number... Actually, don't know which one that is. Genuinely looking at this and I can't tell. It's gotta be one we haven't been to, so I can just look for the circles. Cliff Plateau. Huh. Genuinely can't figure out which one that is. I wasn't even looking at the right chart, by the way. I just knew. Sometimes you can just soul read that, I guess. Got a Triforce chart. Now you only need 5 more. Nice. So Cliff Plateau is by Korok Land. That's so much nicer on the gamepad. You can just tap in and go. Oh, that's Great Fish, isn't it? That might be a Great Fish. Then I'm looking at this. Whoops, I should have done that one first. Since we would have been right there. I like how you can hear, like, Makar jingling around on the boat. At least I think that's Great Fish. But yeah, not looking forward to the last, like, the most difficult piece of the Triforce to get, which is in a very difficult, like, not difficult, but just annoying boss, like, enemy gauntlet. It's not even hard, it's just time consuming. Where the hell am I going? It's like I went the wrong way. Good job, me. I saw island and was like, go towards island. It's like, that's the wrong island. But back here again. God, we have to go to the Cliff Plateau so many times. Ah, shoot. Overshot. That was almost perfect. Real quick. Again, do they say? Yeah, it's Great Fish. Yeah, we can do that. We got time. Might go slightly long just to get everything, but it's fine. Got a Triforce chart. Now you only need 4 more. Back to Great Fish. Great Fish. I wish I had just caught that. We could have saved ourselves a little bit of time. But it's fine. Alright, sailing away. It looks like it's on the north part of the island. Yeah, my observational skills were not the best, clearly. So yeah, that's all the Triforce charts. We're done with that. Again, on GameCube, you have so much more to handle with that. You have to do all this stuff and do charts. It just takes a lot longer. In fact, you got a Triforce chart, and you only need 3 more. So yeah, that's basically all we can do, except like maybe a treasure chart that I'm spacing out on. Because I swear, again, I know I'm missing one, I just don't know where it would be. It might be in the... Oh, it's there, okay. I just looked up where it was. I was like, you know what, that makes sense. Okay, finally heading to Gale Isle. Again, I do like this version just because how much faster it is, but again, I do miss the art style a bit. It's still cartoony, but it's definitely... The lighting can be a little overbearing, but even then, I just think the quality of life makes up for it. And off we go. It is slowly coming into view. Again, it would take like twice as long to sail this in OG. So very fortunate to have all this, the accoutrements. Okay, let's finally get this show on the road. So we'll start next time with actual progress, which is a nice feeling. Linkle, as was the case with Medley, I have no doubt that Makara too has some special role to play in these events. Discovering that role is your duty. I'm certain that by cooperating, the two of you can overcome the dangers and pitfalls of this temple. See, I don't know if you can do this out of order, and if it would just be different, like, flipped, if it's Makara versus Meddling. Genuinely don't remember. But, like, it doesn't feel like there's anything stopping you, like, item-wise, from doing this out of order. At least as far as I can remember, because, it should be pretty straightforward, I feel. Oh, shoot. Yeah, Makara's got tiny legs, so we gotta wait for him. There we go. I genuinely do love this theme. It's, again, probably one of my favorite title screens in the series. Or title screen themes. And off we go to the Wind Temple, which we'll be tackling next stream. Overall, made very good progress this time, actually. Very happy with that. And down they go. But again, definitely don't have time today, so we'll save that for later. Yeah, good run today. We got several pieces of the Triforce, we got a dungeon complete. So yeah, all we have next time is a dungeon, more Triforce pieces, and then the final area. So we might be able to finish it next time. I might push along just to get that done, but we'll see. Alrighty then, I'm tired and very warm, so I'm going to... What am I trying to say? I genuinely don't know what I'm trying to say. I'm gonna do my outro very quickly, probably. Hi! Thank you all for watching, this was a lot of fun. I'm very glad we got as far as we did. I'm gonna save again, just because I'm paranoid. Yeah, I have no clue if we're finishing next time, or if we'll have enough to justify a stream by the end of 3 hours next time, so I might push along just to finish it up. Again, might start early around 6 to 6... Wait, 6? No. 4 to 4:30 Pacific, 7 Eastern, in order to try to, or like 6 to 7 Eastern, in order to have an extra hour of leeway in case I need it just to finish up the game. But we'll see on that. If you enjoyed the stream, you can follow for notifications when I go live in the future. I have a YouTube channel for edited down streams. I'm still planning original content there at some point, but no ETA. I have a VOD channel as an archive. I have a Blue Sky for posting updates of when I go including when I go live. I have a Ko-Fi as a tip jar, and I have a Throne for sending me gifts, the latter two being completely optional, but any additional support is greatly appreciated. With all that out of the way, I'm tired and very warm. I'm extraordinarily overheated. Yeah, I hope everyone enjoyed that. Just doing a quick check, and most people I'm following who I would consider rating or doing spoilery stuff or recent stuff. So I might just call it and then try to cool off to the best of my ability because I am very warm. Oh shoot, right, next stream. I'm impatient. Part of me just wants to see if I can finish Wind Waker next time, so I might... If we stream Wednesday, I might just continue this on Wednesday and try to finish that up. I'm gonna check something. How long are, like, long plays? Long plays of the Wind Temple are like 40 to 45 minutes, but that might take longer given I'm reading dialogue and also not locked in. And so then the final pieces of the Triforce will probably take an extra hour on top of that. And then, like, endgame takes about an hour to, like, hour and a half. So it's, like, quite possibly gonna be, like, 40 minutes or something. You know, I could cheese something to make it go faster, actually. I might actually do that. But, yeah. Thank you all for watching, and yeah, next stream will be Wednesday. And again, if I'm feeling impatient, it might be more Wind Waker, try to finish it up, otherwise it might be that Mina quick look that I keep saying I'm gonna do. I've done nothing for Pride Month, which is also, well, I mean, Link's a girl now, that technically counts as something for Pride Month, given it started at the end of May, but otherwise, if we make out for Pride Month, sure, let me know a good time for you. But if not, Friday for sure will be Wind Waker. Yeah, thank y'all, and I hope y'all have a good rest of your day and a good evening. Good night, everyone. Take care.